Well, Happy New Year, Brad.
God.
This is going to be such a nice episode. For one, update, right before Christmas, our water cooler quit working that I used to make coffee. So now I'm having to pour a Starbucks coffee into my cup.
Are you pretend doing a pour over?
Yeah, I'm pouring it from the Starbucks, and I need it today. So, Brad, this is going to be an interesting episode compared to normal because we plan in advance and we record usually 5-6 days in advance sometimes.
Yeah.
And Brad, why don't you let's update everybody in case they don't know. We closed at noon on Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
We left, and the first time we saw each other, today is technically Monday, January 5th.
Mm-hmm.
If everything goes well. This will release Tuesday, January 6th.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time I've seen your pretty face was about 15 minutes ago.
Yep.
So did you count how many days we were away?
No, and I don't want to do the math.
Oh, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 days we were away from the shop.
Feels like it.
And just another recap, it's just mostly me and Brad.
Mm-hmm.
And right before Christmas Eve hit, we had the infamous BJ. Is it Mandrill?
I think so.
He was in just for a few days because our temporary holiday help, she left like a few days before Christmas. And we are anxiously expecting Ari, our part-time girl, to come back possibly this week from maternity leave.
Mm-hmm. Possibly.
And there might even be a baby in the shop occasionally, so that's going to be fun and new because me and Brad haven't had a baby in a while. But anyway, so...
Separately, not like...
Yes. We've established that.
I just feel like somebody's going to jump in as this is their first episode.
That's so sweet of you guys. Who carried the baby? It was Brad.
He's
more motherly than I am.
It would be me.
Anyway, so it's been 11. We closed the shop on Christmas Eve at noon, and I always say I'm gonna pop in and maybe tidy up some stuff or take down the Christmas decorations, and I just didn't feel like it. So we came into a fully decorated Christmas shop on January 5th.
Wonderland.
And so I did take down most of the stuff, but the tree is still up, and I'm going to have to figure that out today. But so basically...
So what'd you do all week?
So,
all 11 days, apparently.
Well, I've been rambling, so I was going to start with you. So you leave Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve.
Update. We got all of the Christmas orders done. Anything that was a special order, anything that was a repair that just had to be picked up by Christmas Eve was completed. Now, did everybody pick up their stuff? No. Have I turned the store cell phone on to even see how many people are pissed? I have not.
We should have done that. That should have been...
You know what? Why don't you... I'm going to grab the store phone.
Oh, yes.
I just want you to... Christmas through New Year's... I'll talk loud. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So we went to the beach. It was cold, as the beach typically is in December. Dusty is so excited. He's like, I want to do this cell phone thing.
I'm going to set the phone right here beside it just so we can... Yes. Just gonna let it happen in real time. Go ahead.
Yes. And so, yeah, that was it. It was fun.
So you got to relax.
Yeah. Well, kind of. You know how my family is. Go, go, go. So...
Yeah. So it was basically, but not. You were at the beach for like what, 2/3 of the time.
Yeah, like 5 or 6 days.
So did you get to just sleep in, stay up late?
Yeah, kind of.
I saw you making some Franklin memes. You went a little. I was actually like at the end there. I was like, "Can we be? Are you almost done?"
It's one of those things where I could have just done a slideshow. But the way, I'm cheap, and so I have ChatGPT, the free version, so I can make like one a day. And so I'm just sitting at the beach, just like, oh, this would be funny. But yeah, I think I'm done.
You were more on top of it than I was.
Yeah. Are we getting our notifications?
Yeah, I had the phone turned off and I had it on Do Not Disturb, so I think we missed a few of the. I think we missed a few of them. So I'm a little anxious because all right. So from what I'm seeing right now,
Oh no,
there's only. I don't think we have any voicemails. So the way I have my voicemail set up
is brilliant.
Is it makes it just pro tips. I hate voicemails. It's 2025. There's no reason to leave a voicemail.
Mm-hmm.
And so our store phone, our landline, which was a topic I saw on JHJ just recently, yesterday maybe, people were asking like store cell phones, blah, blah, blah. Anyway. We do have voicemails. That's lovely. But the way I have it, one of them is just from the Snap Finance dude, so I'm definitely going to delete that one. But I have it set up so I give all the instructions for like, hey, this is who you're calling, this is when we're open, this is what we do. And I talk for a long time. And then towards the end, I try to just drag out like, hey, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. I just keep on going and going and going. And then I have music queued up to play in the background so that the voicemail keeps thinking I'm talking. And so it fills up, like you have to listen to like a 4-minute long voicemail. And 99% of people just like, they don't even make it that long. They just hang up. But if you make it to the end, because I use so much time to fill up the voicemail, most people can only leave a very short voicemail. But I think something went wrong because I'm realizing now that we have a 3-minute long voicemail.
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to play that because that could be bad. But we do have some texts. Or should I talk about how my...
Yeah, let's talk about your holiday break, and then we'll get into the text messages.
So, no, mine was good. It was, Christmas
you did not
morning.
Go to the beach, right?
I did not go to the beach. I went to the mountains. But we've spent the Christmas Day and the day after Christmas, we kind of just spent hanging out with the kids, with all the Christmas presents, and then we decided this was the first year we were like, hey, let's, like on the Saturday after Christmas, let's go find a cabin in the mountains. And we just went for like 2 nights. It really was nothing crazy. Mm-hmm. But it kind of forced us to clean up our house post-Christmas and get organized so that BJ Mandrell was actually dog sitting and cat sitting for me.
Dang.
And so my wife is like, we got to get the house back in order. Not perfectly, but, decent. And then we went to the mountains. It was super chill. It was like in the middle of nowhere, so there was nothing to do except just sit, stay up late, watch TV, sit by the fire. Kids brought friends. It was 2 adults, 7 kids, so that was fun. It sounds crazy, but when you have that many kids, they actually just go do their own thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so it was actually
that's true.
It was pretty chill.
Nice.
And then came home and just a lot of lazy days, which was nice. But that makes it even harder to come back. Oh, because we still we have a few jobs each that were dropped off before Christmas Eve, and we're like, yeah, we'll get to it the first week of January. So we do have some things to do this week. But
and then all the people coming in for new sizings and
we should. I wonder if we should keep like a tally just this week of like ring sizings, watch sizings.
I have noticed since we do close until after New Year that the watch sizings are way lower than what we would like when we worked in the mall. That was insane,
bro. It was like the day after Christmas. Like,
that's all it was.
All watch sizings. But no, it was. It makes. I always tell my wife this after, especially like a long break from the store being closed. I do not want to go back to work, but also like I don't dread it.
Yeah.
It's like I think about all the other people. Like I think being a bench jeweler is kind of cool. I mean, obviously customers are rough, but it's not like I'm going back to like sit in a cubicle. God,
right?
I would
imagine that.
I would be dreading it so bad. But the wife and kids got to get back to their normal schedule. So do I. So do you.
Yep.
So here we are. Let me see. I got to pre-read these. So let's see here. This one, it just says, I live in blank. I have an
weird.
I have an inexpensive ring.
Of course you do.
That I like. It's slightly too large.
Slightly.
What would you charge to resize and make it smaller? And then he left all of his contact information as if I don't already have it because he texted me. Please call Monday and let me know. and I am not going to be
We're
calling
not
Monday.
going to call you. We'll text you, but we won't call you.
And it's the beauty of, how much the size of ring, and he did not tell me what it's made out of.
It's inexpensive, so it shouldn't be. It should be an inexpensive sizing then.
Yep. So
that's how things work.
I will definitely not be responding to that. Somebody, I think right before Christmas, they wanted me to get quotes on like doing these like custom engraved plates, and it was obviously a little bit chaos, so I didn't. So they texted saying, just wondering if you have the prices on those items, especially that last photo. It's time sensitive, which...
Oh, here we go. Time sensitive.
She didn't tell me that.
Of course not.
Off. It's time sensitive now that I've been closed for 11 days. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure like those last few days leading up to Christmas, we're like telling every person that walks in the door, like, hey, we're about to be closed.
Yeah. Nothing will happen before Christmas.
And the last text is let me know that we have an IKEA delivery coming to my house today, because I must have had it under this phone number somehow.
What'd y'all get?
So one of our kids broke their bed frames, and it was like a cheap Amazon one we got like 5 years ago. And with all the kids playing and jumping on it, and then we have friends over, their kids play and jump on it. It broke. And I know a couple nights ago, me and the boys were all kind of like wrestling, and I definitely like kind of landed on that bed way too hard, and I knew better.
So you're the one that did it, not all the kids jumping on it, all the neighbors playing on it.
It was partially broken, but because the boy who sleeps on it weighs like 40 pounds, it was not noticeable. But now Lucas came down like the next day and was like, it's broken. Like, and I'm like, no, it's not. Let me see. And I go up there and I'm like, oh yeah, we got to order a new bed frame. It's broken.
Oh man!
And of course, we have the two boys share a room, so they have matching beds. And of course, that one is no longer available, which is fine because it was kind of cheap. So now they're gonna have mismatched beds.
Oh, I didn't know if you had to order two. If they're chill kids, so I didn't expect them to be like, no, it has to match.
No, it will match my daughter's bed, even though just because they have like, it's just anyway. This is stupid. It's a natural. What are we doing right now?
I don't know, man.
It's 9:20. So, different we should start another podcast. It's a little different. We just talk about what it's like being a dad. If you guys, just email us if you want us to do a dad podcast. What I haven't checked in quite a while, Brad, is the Ben Schuler memes at Gmail.
Dude, you never check it.
I bet there's nothing that's ever there, guys. At this point, like
That's not true.
That's pretty true.
Yeah, I mean, we get very few emails, but the ones we get are important.
Not a single important. Yeah, it's all just. Yeah, none of this is important, Brad. Not a single. Nothing good. So I guess everybody else has either been also taking a break. I don't know. I keep going because I got the store phone in my hand, and I'm really nervous on how somebody left me a 3-minute voicemail. And I'm also wondering why it's not transcribing it, because it was on January. Like, I kind of want to, but I know they're going to say too much, and I don't want to do it.
Do you want to, like, pause the podcast, listen to it, and then we'll talk about it?
No, I don't. No, I'm too scared. I don't want it to ruin my day. Because if it's something ridiculous or complaining, it's going to ruin my day. Let's see here. So what do we think? This is just rough. Coming back from a long break.
It is.
And I feel like I'm so like out of sorts.
Yeah. I think it takes a while to get back into the routine. It's quicker than you think. It's like after we've been here a day or two, it's fine. But first day sucks, and then obviously, like if you go on vacation in the summertime, you come back and there's nothing to do. Like there's nothing crazy. But now, January, you have all the sizings to do. I need this chain shortened by 3/4 of an inch. That type of crap.
Yeah, and I was also thinking about, I don't know what to expect, because I feel like, and I'm not just saying like gold prices that dictates everything, but I feel like, and you'll see where I'm going with this. It felt like the best way to describe December was it was weird.
Very, very strange. And I've never had a Christmas like that.
Yeah, because we're like worked in different environments and different types of stores, but this was, and we'll be honest and somewhat vulnerable without saying numbers and stuff, but it was a down December.
Are we going to cry? Can we cry?
Dude, where's the tissues? It wasn't like terrible. I don't mean it that way. Because let's see, this coming up in March our shop has been open. It will hit the 10-year mark. And typically December is hands down the best month of the year, easily. And it's also always kind of every December for pretty much 9 straight Decembers has gone up. So it was weird to experience the first December in 9 years where it went down. Mm-hmm. So that kind of, but again, it just felt weird. It felt like early in the month we were just prepping and, oh Lord, see, that's why I keep, y'all opening today, right? That's why I keep it on silent.
But
it scared me.
We do have the caveat that we run our biggest sale in November. So
yeah, but last year that didn't affect it at all. It was just completely different clientele because our big pre-Thanksgiving sale was really for like the loyals, people that come here all the time and they know what they want. And December is just hey, coming in and grab some last minute gifts, and we kept joking about it, talking about it. And I have noticed that the trend has been the air quote rush comes later and later and closer to Christmas because I know people, I do it too. We all order stuff online. And I'm wondering if it's just like the state of just finances in our world and people being a little more cautious this year and like, hey, I'm not going to buy the wife, $2,000 bracelet when we could use that money to do something else. So like I get it because that's exactly what we did this season.
Right.
So I guess I shouldn't be too shocked that everyone else did the same thing.
And I mean, people have been hearing for the past, I don't know how long, a year, how gold prices are crazy. So you're probably like, hey, I'm not going to do jewelry this year. So
yeah, I don't know if that means like, hey, next year's going to be crazy, or I guess we'll see.
Yeah,
we still finished up on the year, which was nice, barely. So it was a good year. It was just the closer we got to Christmas, we're like, oh, is it going to get crazy? And it kind of did, but like not really. And then what was it? The few days leading up to December, it was like lots of chill time, which was very abnormal.
Yeah.
So anyway, new year, new us. That's what I was going to start off, lead this episode with, and I forgot to say it.
Man, we can edit it into it. Just voiceover. New year, new us.
New us, new podcast, new memes. I got to get back to I'm guessing this week will give us some meme content, maybe.
No, I'm sure.
When I get pulled away from the shop for too many days, but after like 2 or 3 days, I just start completely forgetting about everything in life, which is nice. That's the point, right?
Yeah. That's why
Reset.
I think everybody loves your page so much is because it's so organic. Like, it's just like there would be no way you could run this page if you weren't in the industry daily. Like, like you couldn't just make up. Like, you get every inspiration from being here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I felt really bad because I could tell. I shouldn't say I felt bad. I didn't feel that bad. Seeing that so many people, like the day after Christmas, they're just right back at it. And there's just no end in sight. And I'm like, that kind of sucks. I mean, we did that for a long time. So, and I think now that I've not done it for several years, that I'm spoiled.
Oh, yeah, man.
We're just spoiled rotten is what we are.
I did take a picture of the sunset and post it on Instagram.
Oh, I saw that, man.
Enjoy sizing those watches, losers. Mm-hmm. So that's how bad I felt.
But like, if you really like, if you try to climb in their shoes, imagine because Christmas was on was it like a Thursday or something?
Yes.
So imagine we just opened that Friday and Saturday. Could you imagine,
dude? And especially in the mall, because when we were there, it was like gift cards were starting to kind of become popular, and it was like, by the time we left, like that's what everybody was getting, at least 2 or 3 gift cards, and so the mall was just packed after Christmas.
Yeah, what a different time to
which
be alive.
one of our coworkers to say something funny.
We did tease this story, didn't we?
We did.
This is not even that funny of a story, but if you imagine yourself in the moment, like, so let's build the scene. We were in a mall,
Yes.
very busy mall, in a very established repair shop. I mean, places in towns outside of this major town, like everyone knew, like, hey, if you want a repair done quick,
Yes.
a watch battery, a sizing, a ring sizing, this is where you went. You went to the mall, go see these guys, and it was like what, at various points of time there could have been 3 to 6 of us working there.
Oh yeah, especially around Christmas.
And yeah, leading up to Christmas, and again the starting the day after Christmas through New Year's, like that was probably way busier because we really didn't do a lot of sales. It was kind of like a quick fix type place.
Yep.
It was not that, it was a independent, but
Yeah.
kind of essentially like that.
Yep.
And so again, back in the heyday of malls. I mean, so it was back, all December. It's just you're open late hours, you're opening early. It's just the mall is hustling and bustling.
Yes, we did engraving.
did engraving.
That was, Dusty manned that ship, and
I sure did.
and so he was,
And so
doing
it's
that.
just, by the time.
And every time you go to the food court, I mean, It takes an hour to get your food.
Yep. And you get one day off. That's Christmas Day.
Yes.
And you were working probably at least until what, 6 or so on Christmas Eve.
Yep.
You get to go home, do Christmas Eve, do Christmas Day, and like the next morning, just boom. I mean, and the mall was ready to go.
It sure was.
And I mean, there were times that week between Christmas and New Year's, I'm not exaggerating, we would get a line of like, what, 15 to 20 people deep? Like just
Easily.
into the middle of the mall.
Into the middle of the mall, and there's probably 3 lines going all the way to the middle of the mall.
It was absolutely insane. This is what, a good 10 to 12 years ago minimum.
Yeah.
I mean, we did it for a long time, but that was the last time we did it, was about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And this must have been somewhere in that 12 to 13 years ago trend. So in that December, we had hired a new guy, maybe leading up to December. There was always like the new like guy who was like just graduated high school, who wanted to get into it. And we hired this guy. I already forgot his name. It's not even worth it. And he was a little odd. And this kind of industry attracts. We do attract odd people. We really do.
We do.
People come in here like, oh man, I really like to get into watch repair and vintage watches, or I really like to get I love gemstones, and it's like, oh god. Anyway, so he was kind of weird, and he definitely was on some medication and or illegal drugs most of the time, like for sure. And one of the either prescribed or non-prescribed drugs he was on would make him like just kind of like, I guess the best way to describe it is he was just like high, just like just chilling, like just oblivious, no urgency. And so you see where I'm going with this,
which is great to have.
Which is great to have during the busiest time of year at a jewelry repair place, is zero urgency or awareness.
Nope.
And just very slow, just kind of nonchalant, just kind of...
It's like a high sloth.
Yes. And and he was always late and, always had to leave to go get something, use the bathroom, whatever. And so this kid was already on my nerves before, like months in advance. Like it was already impossible to work with him. And so, of course, that next day after Christmas, all of us are there early because, you got to be ready.
Yeah.
And I think he was scheduled to come in and work, the later shift that day. And so he comes in at like after lunchtime, around lunchtime, which is even more busier than it was when we first opened.
Yep.
And there's like 20 people in line, and he walks in just so slow, like you said it perfect, like a high sloth. And he just walks in. And he's just like, he's just standing, and he's just, keep in mind, we're all working, we're all helping customers, and he's just standing there, and it's like he's befuddled at what is happening. And he just stands there, and it felt like eternity, and he's just looking around, and he just utters this phrase, which made me lose my mind, and he goes, I thought Christmas was over. And he's just standing there. The rest of us are busy. There's 20 people in line. We're like high strung. We're like, we gotta get these watches sized and batteries fixed, and the job's taken in, and the jeweler's back there is probably throwing stuff because we promised stuff for an hour and we're busy. And he's just like the opposite of that. I thought Christmas was over. And he even said it. The slowest sentence I've ever heard spoken in my life. I thought Christmas was over. And I'm a very calm, I'm a very chill guy.
Yes.
Like, I'm not just saying that to be saying it. I don't get angry. I don't get sad. I'm just kind of the same all the time.
100%. Yes.
And so I think my reaction was so out of the norm for me because I was so pissed that I think that's what made the whole scenario funny.
So I don't think
I don't think you were there.
I was not there. So I've heard the story about what he said. I've never heard the story about your reaction.
So that was always the part that everybody laughed about because they never see me just like, it's like 9 years of stress and hard work, and they never see me get ruffled. And so I think at one point, like, there was like a slight lull in the action after we figured it out, and he's just just moping around, just like blah, 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 blah. And I think the owner came in, and I'm just like, you got to get rid of him. I cannot work with him. He just needs to go home right. I'm like, just like I own the place. I like lose it. I'm like, he needs to, I think his name was Ryan. I don't know why it just hit me. I think his name was Ryan.
Which we had about 5 Ryans at that point.
I'm like, Ryan needs to go. Get him out of here. He's making it. I'm just like going off, and I don't ever do that. So yeah, that was that story.
That is awesome. Did he fire him?
No. But he eventually, dude, he was.
Oh, yeah,
I think he ended up getting into drugs and stuff like that, and he became.
Sound like he had already gotten into drugs.
Oh yeah, he had definitely taken some stuff before he got there, and bro, it ruined my entire existence. I was hot. All right, Brad, we still have some time. It'll be fun. We got to figure out a new. I've been thinking about this too. This is not going to matter to anybody listening, so I don't know why I'm talking about it now. But our normal recording days is Wednesdays. I'm wondering at least temporarily if we should kind of flip that and maybe try to record on a Friday towards the end of the week, just for a couple weeks. That way we have less time between recording and posting. We can try it because right now we're up against the wire with this one, but then we still have to get ready for the week after.
Because we
business talk.
Because now we have a current event that we're going to talk about.
Also, update. I think, did I send you the screenshot, Brad? All right, so I'm pretty sure I sent it to you. I don't remember where I sent it to you, though.
Probably my phone.
It was someone has inquired.
You did send me this.
About sponsorship opportunities. And I tried to I'm not going to say who they are because I never heard of them. It's a company / website that was like, we're interested. And I, instead of getting excited, I did get excited, but I was like, all right, I got to play it cool. So I'm like, hey, could you send me an email telling me a little bit about your company and we'll see if it's a good fit. And I gave them the email. And as you could see, I just checked our emails. And there was nothing there.
Oh.
It was a little sus. I did ask a few people in the industry, like, have you ever heard of this site? And one said, yeah, I've heard of it, but I don't know anything about it. And then a couple people were like, never heard of it. And I just perused it gently. So it's probably nothing. But I was genuinely curious. And I know, Brad, we can talk about this live, I guess. How do we want to handle sponsorship? Do we just want to be like, oh, we got a sponsorship, so we're doing it because it pays regardless of how stupid it is?
Yeah, I don't think that's us.
Or do we just say, like, hey, I just don't think that's a good fit?
Yeah, I think it's got to be something that we hopefully would use.
I would rather get our listeners like coupon codes,
Yeah. Like, I want to be helpful.
Yeah, like if a company was like, hey, put in Bench Driller memes at the coupon code at the end and free shipping or whatever. I don't know. I know it sounds silly, but I would rather do stuff like that just to help people out a little bit than just like push some brand or company that I've never used and never heard of.
Right. And may be horrible.
And
we don't know.
But yeah, if they're
But-
good and legit
Yeah.
and want to send us free stuff and we like it,
I mean,
maybe.
if you're good and legit, and we've never heard of you, that's fine too.
Yeah,
So,
I'm sure there's a lot of companies we've never heard of. We're small potatoes.
like, we don't have to. You don't have to be a big company. Like, we're not picky. Apparently, we're a little pickier than we thought we'd be.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. It's going to be, I think 2026 is going to be a good year. I think it's going to take us a few episodes to start getting some guests on. But we
do have some. Well, we need to start getting in touch with some of the listener guests.
And start getting
that
some
set
stuff
up.
figured out. I think, as you guys know, because we are actually bench toolers in an actual store, and this is our full-time job, and podcasting memes is for fun, as you might imagine, like going through December was hard to do anything because we always had to be ready and prepared for business. And then, as you might imagine, January is always that, like, just an influx of random repairs. People broke stuff, maybe returns, maybe resizings.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we need maybe a few episodes to kind of get our feet back to normal so we can get back to regularly scheduled content. And by regularly scheduled, I mean completely new content that we've never seen before with new guests that you've never heard of.
Record at times that we've never recorded.
Exactly. So, all right, I found a decent recap of what has been consuming me for a few days on social media.
This has been Dusty's world.
Now, also, if you know this person now this would be a guest worth having.
Oh, bro.
Now this would be a guest worth having.
He is so excited.
And it's the whole TraxNYC guy. Same as Max.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you've been in the jewelry industry, and honestly, people outside of the industry know who this guy is.
He's got a lot of followers, right?
He is, yeah. I think he exploded 5-6 years ago, maybe even longer than that. I feel like during COVID, he like really got big for some reason.
So I don't know a lot about him.
But you've probably seen his clips, right?
Yes. So what's his thing?
I'm probably not the best person because I don't like follow him that closely like some people do. But like we've even had customers come in like, "Hey, have you heard of that TraxNYC dude?" And it's like because he's viral.
Gotcha.
He's transcended the jewelry industry in some ways because he goes out into the street and like just I think he's giving away gold. He gives away stuff. He does a lot with like rappers and just big, expensive, flashy pieces.
Got you.
Big personality.
And he's located in New York.
In New York City and the Diamond District. And I think he's got a ton of followers and he's got his haters because, he's just big personality.
Got you.
But the over the years of just like, I don't seek out to keep up with everything, but he does seem like a big personality for sure. But he's actually seems legitimate and he seems like honest. And so just because you're loud and aggressive and you're doing stuff for clicks sometimes because that drives in more business, it doesn't mean that you're dishonest or anything like that.
Sure.
So I did find, as you might know if you're listening to us talk about this point, you know that there was this big scene in the Diamond District where a fight ensued. And I was trying to find a way, I was going to try to recap it to make sure I had everything correct because it is kind of hard following exactly what happened because it's social media.
Yeah, because that was going to be my question. Can you sum this up for me?
I'm no expert, but I found somebody who made a post, and I don't know if it was like a blogger or something, but it just kind of summed everything up, so I figured I would just read it, kind of get us on track before we have to wrap this up. So basically, it's a brief description of who he is and then kind of how we got to where we are. 2005, his name is Trax. I can't pronounce his last name, but he goes by Max. In 2005, he opened a tiny jewelry booth in NYC's Diamond District. He was an immigrant kid from Baku, raised in 90s New York, obsessed with hip-hop. Graffiti tag Trax becomes his identity. He flips jewelry online, builds trust, and launches TraxNYC at the age of 19. I think he's 39 now, so it's 20 years ago. He started TraxNYC. Fast forward, TraxNYC becomes a global name. Celebrities, rappers, athletes, YouTube turns Trax into a public figure. During COVID, he pivots to news and safety content. Trax News was born. Audience explodes even more. Then comes the scandal. All right, here we go.
Wait, so he just like talked about the news and stuff too?
Yeah, I think during COVID, because all the COVID stuff. We won't get into that, but I think he,
I got you.
A lot of people had to shift during that time with shutdowns, especially in, I would imagine, New York City. So he kind of went to like news content.
I got you. Okay.
All right. Then comes the scandal. A customer walks into 47th Street looking for TraxNYC and ends up at AK Diamonds.
Okay.
Employees allegedly, I guess, AK Diamond employees allegedly claim affiliation with TraxNYC. And I know if you've seen the videos, Brad, we've never been to the Diamond District, but there's a bunch of booths all crammed into a small spot. So like one store is like literally one right beside another store, another store, another store.
Yeah, yeah. It's almost like a trade show type setup.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I guess AK Diamonds kind of allegedly, I'm just reading it, allegedly, claim some type of affiliation. Because I guess customer walks in, they're probably, I'm going to insert myself, they're probably overwhelmed with so many booths. They're probably like, hey, I'm looking for TraxNYC. And I can imagine
saw a video.
I can imagine if you're one of the people in that building and everybody's like, oh, we're so-and-so. It's like, imagine me at the mall, like, hey, where's K Jewelers? And you have to like point them in the direction.
Right,
it probably gets, I would imagine that gets old after 20 years.
Yeah, for real.
I'm not justifying anything. I'm just saying, like, anyway. So employees allegedly claim affiliation with TraxNYC. Trust is established with the client through the name TraxNYC. A white gold bracelet is sold at a premium, and the receipt says 14 karat gold. An independent test later shows that it's actually 10 karat gold. The receipt doesn't match, the price doesn't match, and the gold doesn't match. Forged paperwork, false affiliation, direct damage to TraxNYC's reputation. So it's kind of like the culmination. Got you. So I guess Max from TraxNYC, he pulls up, cameras on, because he's ready. I think the rumors are like there's been kind of some of this vagueness going on, and this was kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back. Mm-hmm. Them trying to kind of, I guess with clients, make some type of affiliation, even though there's no affiliation, so that they can make a sale. Got you. I will say during most of this, constantly throughout trying to keep up with this for a few days, I was like, I have a feeling this is all the customer's fault. And it probably still is, truth be told, because they were like, I'm going to go tattletale. But yes, if you're selling, things in the wrong way,
but yeah, if I got ripped off, man, I'd also.
So anyway, Max from Trax pulls up, cameras on. He walks into AK Diamonds, which you can't really walk into it, you walk up to it. Forged receipt in hand, confronts them face to face. And of course, if you haven't seen the videos, I shared a little bit, but like by confronts them face to face, like he walked in guns blazing.
He sure did.
Cursing, screaming, yelling. Again, that's kind of his personality. And also, I don't really think yelling is necessarily, that's not how I conduct business or anyone, but I could see up there kind of in the situation, but whatever. You could argue if he handled that correctly or not. Confronts them face to face, calls them a scam, all on video. January 2026, the footage goes viral, millions of views. The Diamond District is exposed. AK Diamonds faces massive backlash. If you go to their post at AK Diamonds, like they haven't posted in a while, but the last one is just full of like thousands of comments of people, supporting Max from TraxNYC. Lawsuits rumored. TraxNYC issues a warning: do not trust imitators. The bracelet gets returned, but the damage is done. In an industry built entirely on trust, one forged receipt says everything. One video puts 47th Street under a microscope. Trax didn't just protect his name. He challenged the system. Cameras on, silence broken, trust versus fraud on 47th Street.
Dang.
And so we won't play the video, but we shared it, and there's so much out there. It's people posting about it on JHJ, and it's in like all the different news sources, so it's like everywhere. But I don't have all the details, but it was fascinating. Yep. And everybody's either in support of like him protecting his name and his integrity, which, yes, we've talked about that here. Once your integrity is questioned, you get defensive.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, yeah.
And now how we get defensive, I guess he turned that into going offensive.
Yeah.
And so I get it. And I do think in that environment, the Diamond District is probably a little, I'm not saying, that's how it's always handled, but probably not how it should be handled, truthfully. But, like, I get it. You're working with big personalities in a cutthroat environment with stores stacked all around you. And so I can't really relate to that,
This is our life every day. I saw that video. I'm like,
Yep.
like the dude spit in his face. I'm like, oh, that's my life right there.
Well, so the dude from AK Diamonds and I think his brother, they both got arrested.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They were both put in handcuffs, I guess, for like assault or something.
Oh, man.
Because Max from TraxNYC, I don't know how much you followed Brad, but he ended up in the hospital. I think maybe as a precaution type thing, because I can't tell if it was two different fighting incidents or if it was just one that was broken into two different videos over a couple days. But I guess someone, grabbed his chain from the back and was basically trying to choke him because he was on his channel just like showing like his neck was all like bruised and red.
Yeah,
and
I did see that.
And
somebody commented about, man, that's a good chain if it didn't break. Try doing that with the hollow chain, y'all.
And that's what we're here for, to bring the but I will admit, the whole time I'm watching this, before because you're trying to piece it together, like what really happened, because all you see is the reactions.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm not going to pretend to know the backstory, everything, but I was just like, I bet this customer like is an idiot.
Mm.
But if the other business was like somebody walked up to your counter and was like, hey, I'm looking for TraxNYC. It's like, well, we got some bracelets, and it kind of led him to believe, then that's pretty effed up.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not his fault that they forged the receipt and all that.
But my whole thought originally was this dude was here. My thought without knowing anything was, I bet this dude was trying to save a few bucks. And was like, oh, well, this is just like TraxNYC's jewelry, but it's like 3 booths down and it's a little bit cheaper. And then, probably had like buyer's remorse because it's like, oh, it's only 10 karat. But if it's 10 karat and the receipt said 14 karat, that's pretty effed up. But,
my first thought when I saw the first video was, oh, this is just staged. Like, this is scripted. This is just for clicks. The more it goes on, the less I think that.
Oh, yeah. Initially, it's like, this is all for a show to make a big scene because that's kind of who he is. And then it was like, this is just the customer being a customer, like misrepresenting what somebody said or didn't say in a conversation. But apparently there's receipts. So, and then now I'm full on, like, that's not how I would respond. But I get someone who has basically built an empire coming to defend his name and his integrity. So love him or hate him, I think he accomplished what he set out to do. Because now because I've watched so much of it, so how algorithms are. So now his story in all of his feeds is like the first thing I see when I open like Instagram and YouTube. So it's like, oh gosh. So
I did make my last Franklin meme about for you about that. So it was
give me my effing money,
dude. So I prompted ChatGPT, like I screenshotted it. I said, make this a Franklin cover and title it this. And so apparently I'd used the same thread that I was using for the Invicta stuff. So I sent it to you. It had put the Invicta watch like case right there. Like they're arguing over an Invicta, which I kind of loved.
Yeah. And also because it's like, that's the response when you see the big yellow box come through the door. It's like, I'm about to come over this counter.
About to spit in this guy's face.
Dude, that's pretty messed up to spit in somebody's face.
Dude, at that point, I realized it was not scripted.
Yeah.
I'm like, you ain't going to get spit in
what's an appropriate response to someone screaming obscenities in your face? Also, I would not do either of those, so I'm not trying to justify either one, but why is our clock is off again?
It's way fast, yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is sad.
Yeah. I was going to tell you, but
I think that was like the main stuff, Brad. I mean, it's just we're back to work, guys, and it's great to be back. It's great to be talking with the microphone again.
Sure is.
Great seeing Brad.
Yeah.
We do not know what today holds. I've been seeing a lot of memes yesterday just about like January 5th because not just our industry but all over the country, people take that week off, from Christmas to New Year's, and then with it being New Year's Day coming up, was it Thursday or Friday?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people, just the whole world, and I found out, Brad, that the schools here in our town, they actually don't open till tomorrow.
Same with my kids, yeah.
Which means today might suck exponentially because everybody is.
No,
and we have
still off.
And we have, because the school goes back, it kind of like dilutes some of it. But I'm thinking, even if kids aren't back in school, maybe parents are back at work. I don't know. So I'm hoping, like, I want to be busy, of course, but I just don't want to be.
It's going to be a lot of grandparents bringing in their grandchildren today.
Oh, we'll see. Well,
all right, Dusty,
there's no reason to belabor this. We got to pack up some Christmas. There's no reason to belabor it. But happy 2026. It should be a fun year. We can end on this. I did not think we were actually going to get 5,000 downloads before the end of the year, and it happened like right around Christmas time, right?
It was after Christmas. A little Christmas present for us.
And so yeah, we'll just end on that. Like, thank you. I don't even know what stupid song we're going to play at the end of this. Probably nothing.
Do we not have a thank you for?
We'll have to find
5,000 downloads. Get BJ on that.
Yeah, we'll just play some generic. We got to find some generic outro music. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. Share this with a friend. Email us at benstrulermemes@gmail.com if you have any post-Christmas repair or crazy customer interactions. Again, we really want that to be a big part of our little show here, is kind of you guys sending those emails and really, tell the story so we can just read it and react to it, because I think that's a lot of fun.
That is.
In the meantime, we'll see you over on Instagram and in Facebook land. And you guys have a great week.
Back to work.
Yep, that's right. All right.
Bye.
Bye.